do they have the, I guess another way to put it is, you know, as a manager, like you don't necessarily have to have the skill set to do something, but you do need to know what specifically you want. We've also heard that a lot of people don't necessarily have the ability to very accurately specify what they want. Is that something you've seen frequently or no?
I guess I've been pretty lucky that most, you know, definitely some clients are more helter-skelter than others, right? It's just, it's a mixed bag, but generally I feel like they have at least an idea. And, you know, the reason I would have applied for that is because I feel like I know or have an idea of what they want, and I can kind of guide them along a path and say, here's your options, X, Y, and Z, and, you know, then work from there. So, you know, there's a lot of people on here who, let's say, are forming their own business, who are new entrepreneurs who, you know, want to do e-commerce business or what have you, that know what they want to sell, and know that here's the price and know that this is the revenue I want to make in X, Y, Z, but don't know, you know, how to describe it or make it look pretty, or what's the best forum for selling it, or does that make sense? So they know, let's say 3/4 of it, but maybe there's that one little section that they're like, okay, this is what I need help with.
Got it.
So I try to guide as much as I know, right?
Perfect. And then jumping back to pain points. So let me just go through, let's see what the question is. Let me just go through really quickly the pain points that we've seen. And I think it would be great as there's kind of 3 different ways that these pain points can be classified. There's like, no, this isn't a pain point. Yes, this is a pain point, but I have hacked up a solution that works well enough for me where I wouldn't actually actively go looking for a new solution. And then there's the pain points where it's like, I have a pain point, it's really painful, and I don't know, or it's like, I have a pain point, I don't have a good solution, or the solution I have is just so bad that like, I would be happy to jump on another solution if that all ever came up.
Okay.
So what we've got is the things that we think are more important are, there's just to go through the list, we have kind of getting access to companies' internal tools and data, along the lines of like people aren't necessarily always excited to spend a lot of money on, or aren't always excited to kind of like share their data freely.
I can see that. I haven't really personally had an issue with that because of the clients that I've worked with have been pretty forthcoming with, you know, giving me what I needed. But I haven't also worked with a lot of people, you know, who are a little bit bigger companies where I can definitely see that being an issue. So I would say for me.
And then going on to the next piece, if you were to talk about collaboration, like for example, Skype and email and that kind of thing.
Right. I think that can definitely be a pain point, like I said, especially if you're trying to do something a little more complex. It's like really important to get in there and make sure you have a guideline or an outline of, you know, kind of a timeline of what you're doing and when and how, because it can be, you know, just like any communication, it can be misunderstood in email, it can be misunderstood on a phone call, or, you know, you think they're asking for one thing, but they're really asking for something else. So I think having clear communication is definitely key, and it can be